Question 9 is just multiplying our brackets 4x by 5x and 4x by plus 4, 20x squared plus 16x minus 3 by x minus 3x and minus 3 by minus 2. So simplifying it, we have 20x squared plus 13x plus 6. Difference of two squares here. You should be able to see straight away. 3 by 3, 5y by 5y to give 25y squared, 1 a plus, 1 a minus. And then writing in the form 5 to the power of p. On top we have 5 to the power of 7 multiplied by 25, which is 5 squared, to the power of 3 divided by 5 to the power of a half. When you know your rules of indices, these are easy. So the top becomes 5 to the 7, 5 to the power of 7. Power to a power is multiply, so by 5 to the power of 6 over 5 to the power of a half is equal to 5 to the power of 13 minus 1 over 2, which is equal to 5 to the power of 12 and a half, and they want it as a fraction here, 25 over 2, 12 and a half. We have your applied arithmetic question. So USC up to 12,012 euro, we pay 1.5%. On the next 5564, we pay 3.5. Then anything above those two numbers added, 17,576, we pay 7. So Michelle must pay universal social charge on all of her income, and here's the income bands. So we need to find out how much USC she pays on the first two rates. So I'm not given anything about income yet, but let's assume she earns at least 12,012. She pays at all three, so she must. 1% is 0.01, so 1.5%. And then on the next 5564, she pays 3.5%, 0.035. So just calculator use for these two. I'm getting 180, 18 and 190, 74. And there's spaces to write them in, so stick them in. 180, 18 and 194, 74. Michelle's gross income is X, so we don't know her income. She pays 5%, a total of 5% of her gross income in USC. Write an expression in X for the total amount of money that she pays in USC. So X is her gross income. So X multiplied by 0.05 is equal to this total amount of tax that she pays in USC. So we don't know what it is yet. So we're asked to find her gross income. So we know that her gross income X, she pays 5% of her total gross income in USC, and that's made up of this 180.18 plus the 194.74, not 197, 194.74, and she's going to pay 7% on the rest of her income, which be X is her income. So say she earns, looking at these numbers, if she earns like 20,000, it'll be the difference between 20,000 and 17,576. So it will be X minus this number, will be how much she pays at the higher rate, X minus 17,576. So this is the algebraic expression we need to solve. So we have 0.05x is equal to 374.92, these two, plus 0.07x, and then minus 0.07 by 17,576, 1230, 32. So I need to bring this guy over to the right. On the right hand side we're going to have 0.07 minus 0.05, and then this guy to the right left, so 1230, 32, and we have to take away this one. Probably a tricky enough question here for higher level, but if you got this right, you're going to be on the top grade levels. A5540 is the left, 0.02x is the right, so her income is going to be this A5540 multiplied by 50 or divided by 0.02, and that gives 42,770 for her gross income. Question 11, we have 30,000 people at a football match in Star Stadium, and after the match they left the stadium at a constant rate, which is this red line that we see. It shows the number of people still in the stadium. The graph below shows P, minutes after the end of the match, and the number of people still in the stadium. So they've given us G here, so a certain length of time after the match finishes, there are still 21,000 people, and 6 is the X and 21,000 is the Y. So at the point G, it tells us has these coordinates. Explain what the 6 and the 21,000 mean. Well, 6 is 6 minutes right after the end of the match, and 21,000 is the number of people still left, or the number of fans still left in the stadium, if you want to write that. It took 20 minutes for the ball to leave, so use this to write down the coordinates of point W, which is on the t-axis. So we have 20, point W, 20 minutes, there are no fans left, so 20, 0, 20, 0. Next part, they've given us the equation of the line. So you can see the slope is minus 1500, so 1500 people a minute is probably the next part there. So the population, or P, 12 minutes after the match has ended, P is equal to 30,000 minus 1500 by 12. 15,000 and 3,000, so that's 18,000, so 12,000 people left 12 minutes after the match is finished. So in the next 8 minutes they're going to leave at 1500 a minute, and that will be down to 0. So 1500 leave every minute. I'm going to see that from the graph. So nice easy question here. Number 10, I think. Number 11. So we go on to 12 next.